So what happened is we go to the monochrome mode, okay, which everything's turned to black and white. And then after that, you tell the software that now I'm acquiring a DAPI image. So then you will apply the blue image.
I missed one step. Do you mean you don't need to change the filter?
Yeah, you still need. Yep.
That is manual.
Yeah. So you still need to change the filter to get different pattern.
Yeah, because when you click, I
if
thought
your
it would.
scope is motorized,
Yeah, so we start from DAPI. So then tell the software this is the background. Then we need to increase, apply a pseudo color to it. This is a very big DAPI signal. Snapshot, then move to the next. This is the FitC channel. And then go to the green channel. Apply the red signal to it. It's already reached. Let's say these three. So the blue, green, and red. Then you go to image, and then combine channels. So the difference between the two is, you see this is a color image format, and this is actually the pseudo color format. So you go to combine, and then combine the three, the blue, green, red, and then you will get a multi-channel image, something like this, and you'll be able to view it into individual channel layout, like the blue, the green, and the red. So the benefit here is it will allows you to do the processing or measurement in a more convenient way. So for example, let's say I feel that the blue is not very good, the signal is not high, I can actually do the scaling without affecting the other two channel. But then for this one, the color image, when you do the scaling, all three channel will be affected. So you can't actually highlight a certain channel to manipulate. So this is the difference between the two. So usually for presentation, people will use the color image format, which is easier to work with. But then if you want to do measurement and processing, people prefer this multicolor or multi-channel image format.
How were you able to get the spark on the multi-display?
Just pressing this. This is now single view, and then you can go into tile view.
Okay. So I can also save it in those multi-channel displays, is it? Like I can save the image as
In this
this
form, you cannot save it in this format. So what you can do is you can just like a screenshot.
Okay.
That is for viewing only. So you just say copy display to clipboard. Okay, and then let's say you put into pen. Yeah, something like that. So it's like screenshot things. So when you do the saving, right, if let's say you acquire the image in this multi-channel method, when you do saving, okay, let's say test, you only see one file, And within this one file, it consists of 3 channels actually, the information of 3. Okay, and because Windows Viewer program, they don't have the right tools to read the information, so it will all appear gray. But then if you put it back to any of the processing software, like our software here, you put it back, it will give you all the 3 channels. So that is for multi-channel imaging. And then moving on, for processing, you can always go to this measurement bar here. Okay, so you can actually get drawing tools down. Let's say you want to highlight certain things, you can change the color, the size. Okay, if you want to put a text, you can also do it. Yeah. Change the size. So this is quite a Windows way of operation. Okay, so you can find the drawing toolbars, text, view. It's all here. Okay, and then to do a measurement, you just draw. And if you want to add other measurement, you can go to this select measurement, and this is a list of measurement that you can do. Okay, and all the information or the result can be exported into Excel sheet. Okay, again, if you want this to be displayed together with the image, you have to go to image and then burn in info. And once you burn in, you won't be able to remove. So it's the same as the scale bar.
How to undo?
How to undo? You just select, delete.
Okay.
Let's say this one, select, delete. Okay, so any question?
Sorry,
Yep.
I missed out the pinning part. So the
This one.
yeah.
So that is to, let's say, when you have a very weak signal. This one. Let's say this one. So when you have a weak signal, by using high exposure time, you still won't be, cannot get a sufficient signal from the image. You can actually use the binning, where they can give you a boost in the signal. So binning of 2 times 2 means that you will see an increase of signal by 4 times, but then you will lose the resolution by 2 times. So let's say this one. Initially, you won't be able to see it, even with the too much. Around 200 millisecond exposure time, you still won't be able to see it. But then if you use the binning mode, you'll be able to see the signal. So this is one way, without enhance or without increase the exposure time, you'll be able to capture the signal.
It will reduce the resolution.
Yeah. So you are sacrificing your resolution. So it's always the balance between the resolution, the signal, and the frame rate. How fast you want to take the image.
So one thing I observed is that anytime you made a switch on the software, you also have to click a channel, is it?
Correct. So when you select, let's say this is now, I'm turning to the green channel. So the green channel is supposed to be a green emission. So then I have to give the right information to the software. Because now I'm using what we call a monochrome mode, which is a black and white mode. But if you put into the color mode, then you don't have to select this. This in this mode, it will all be the natural color. So you just have to turn this. Then they will turn. They will. So this is
How to select the monochrome mode?
this one.
Select and
Okay.
deselect.
So this is to circle between the color chip, I mean the color mode and the monochrome mode. This is the color mode and this is the monochrome mode. So if you are doing processing or measurement, then I will suggest you to go to the monochrome mode. Otherwise, if just for presentation purpose, maybe the color mode will serve the purpose. You don't have to keep changing the or keep selecting the fluorescence color.
What are these buttons for the power?
Okay, this is the global on off for 3 LED. Okay, but then you can also select to have the individual LED on off. Okay, so this is for the UV, this is for the blue, and this is for the green, yellow, red. Okay.
Then
But in
the
your case, just
Yeah,
global
but then
global will be
yeah. So
Then this side, then the
to adjust the intensity. Yeah.
So usually we'll only adjust the exposure time, or we also need to come to here to adjust the intensity.
The intensity, okay. So certain sample are prone to breach. So if you have those sample, then you might want to lower the intensity so that to protect the dye from breaching so fast.
Okay.
Mm.
By default, is set to be
100.
100.
Ah.
Okay. And increase it on
Otherwise, you
100.
can put to 80% also for all. But then if let's say you realize your sample prone to breach, they tend to breach very fast, then you can lower this.
If you lower down the intensity, you need a more high exposure
Exposure.
time. So the noise will come out.
Okay.
So
Understand.
Do we need a key for the system?
This
the
one is a
previous
soft one. It's a soft key already.
Oh,
The
okay.
soft
Ah,
license.
This is a soft license key. And the license key only for one PC. Yeah, which means you can rework with this system.
any question?
So far, I have any question?
What's this one?
The line profile is to give you the intensity over this line. That is the line profile. Then focus indicator is one of the features that guide you through how good is your focusing. You see there's a blue and red bar here. So by right, when this blue is very close to the red, you get almost close to the focus. Yeah, but then people tend to believe their eye. And no, when you have multiple a thick sample with multiple focus layer, then this will not be very useful. The white balance, red balance.
Oh, so the multi-channel is fully activated when you take multiple images, is it? I couldn't see the option then. The multi. The multi-view.
The
Sorry, the
multi, yeah. So that is only when you have a multi-channel image.
Oh.
Then you will be able to see this
Oh, okay.
viewing button here.
Okay.
You need to combine it.
Yeah.
Combine channel first.
First, okay.
Combine
Ah.
image first.
And then, okay, that is another thing that might be useful when you go to this properties window here. You can see, let's say I acquire this image first. You can see this reload acquisition setting, which then will be able to allows you to use the same acquisition parameter to acquire, let's say, the same sample. Now it's not activated. So this one, yeah. So when you click this, then it will apply the same acquisition, the same binning mode, everything back to this camera control window. Then you can use the same imaging condition for, let's say, a similar batch of your sample.
Just now is disable how to.
Because this is
Oh, it's
activated.
not.
Yeah, so then you won't be able to.
So
just-
it's under properties.
yeah, under properties view, two windows, and then properties. So then you will be able to load the acquisition back. Then you can use the same imaging condition for subsequent sample. Okay. Do you have any question?
Okay, no question, then we end here.
Thank you.
You can try on that, the software and the scope lah.
Ah,
Anything, can call us.
yeah.
okay.
Anything you can just contact us.
Mm.